Ladies, gentlemen, and distinguished guests, soldiers of the U.S. Army Marksmanship Unit welcome you to today's Chain of Command ceremony. Today we honor Captain Matthew L. Rollins, the outgoing commander, and Captain Jonah G. Mills, who will assume the command as the commander of the U.S. Army Marksmanship Unit, Headquarters and Headquarters Detachment. The first sergeant for today's ceremony is First Sergeant Gregory Creston. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Now approaching is our official party consisting of Lieutenant Colonel Andreessen, Commander of the U.S. Army Marksmanship Unit, Captain Rawlings, the outgoing commander, and Captain Mills, the incoming commander. The Chain of Command is a simple yet traditional event that is rich with symbolism and heritage. Key to the ceremony is the passing of the guidon. The guidon not only represents the linkage and honors of the unit, but also the loyalty and unity of the soldiers. The guidon is the commander's symbolism of authority, representing his responsibility for the organization. Wherever the commander is, there's also the guidon. The custodian of the guidon is First Sergeant Creston, the senior enlisted soldier of the unit and principal advisor to the commander, who will pass the guidon to the outgoing commander. The passing of the guidon symbolizes the transfer of authority of assumption of command by the new commander, demonstrating to the soldiers of the unit that Captain Mills assumes the mantle of leadership, and with this, the loyalty and unity of the soldiers. Captain Mills then passes the guidon back to First Sergeant Creston, thus transferring his trust and authority of the guidon to the First Sergeant. By authority of paragraph 2-5 alpha, Army Regulation 600-20, the undersigned assumes command of the Headquarters and Headquarters Detachment effective 10 February 2022. Signed, Jonah G. Mills, Captain, Infantry, Commanding. First Sergeant Creston will now return the guidon to guidon bearer, who exemplifies a high standard of discipline, conduct, and military expertise that go with the responsibility of bearing that flag represents much to his fellow soldiers. The guidon bearer for today's ceremony is Sergeant First Class Joshua Richmond.
Really, as most people know, try to make speeches quick, right? I believe in getting in and getting out, get the message out there, but really probably not possible today, very honestly. So changes of command or unit functions, and they're absolutely meant to show a clear delineation between the outgoing and incoming commander. They're for the soldiers of the unit, and as such, I hope you, the soldiers, will indulge me a few minutes to talk about Mount Rawlings and welcome Jonah Mills. So today we are saying a fond farewell, kind of, not really, to Matt. I say kind of because he really isn't leaving us today. He'll be a member of the unit always, but a member as he works through his transition from a rotary wing aviator to fixed wing. So his family, will be here and then move up to Alaska. I believe that's the plan, right? Okay, and then he'll be. I think we mapped it out today. A short 25-minute flight from here to Fort Rucker. So not that far away. In fact, Matt will come back to the unit and he'll clear, and then we'll move him on forward as he goes on to more professional development as a leader in the Army. I honestly think he planned it this way. I think he wanted to get as many multiple opportunities to get in front of people as he possibly could. Because as many people know, this isn't the first time we've farewelled Matt Rawlings from the unit either. It's good to be at that, Matt, just so you know. So a longtime member, oh, by the way, I do have to pause. So I thought I was going to get through a speech without having somebody say the things I was going to say about Matt Rawlings, because Sergeant Major wasn't preceding me, and then Luke Retmer almost stole my entire speech. So you're going to get to hear it again, by the way. Longtime member of the unit, a leader, a soldier. There's no real way to sum up Matt well. You know, he holds down many nouns in a dictionary. He's a husband, a father, a soldier, shooter, innovator, leader, mentor, counselor, and confidant to many people in this unit. That list could go on indefinitely. There are also many adjectives to describe him. He's smart, he cares, he's detailed, stubborn to a degree, I will tell you. Detail-oriented, quick, fit, and you know, that list we all know could go on as well. But the one thing I think really transcends Matt is passion, right? He has a passion. From the first day I met him, up at Camp Perry, exactly 1 year before I took command, I could tell he had a kind of passion, a real special kind of passion. I mean, who seeks out their future boss who isn't even in the position yet to ask for a job? You know, it's kind of a telling thing about an individual, right? And to be honest, you got to wonder and think, well, what's the motivation here, you know, behind doing this? And at first, I really wondered what Matt's motivation was. He's still an accomplished shooter. He shot extremely well that year. As a matter of fact, I watched him pin his President's Hunter tab that year. An event that was very long overdue, by the way, and frankly, you know, to a degree, he had been cheated out of. But, you know, he never complained about it. He kind of just got after it and kept, you know, shooting. He's a pilot. That's one of the hardest, MOSs for an officer to get into. To track into, and then he was a linchpin out at Capt, as everybody knows. So it didn't take me long to figure out Matt's motivation, though, because we had a lot of long conversations, right? He wanted to lead soldiers, to mentor, to do right by all, and he really, truly wanted to provide that one-of-a-kind experience, that selfless service to the individuals around him. And most of all, he wanted to do it here at AMU, an organization that he deeply loved, and where he considered the soldiers the best in the world. Matt came to the unit at an interesting time. You know, COVID was the watchword, and our normal definitely had shifted here. And he had a huge gap between him and his predecessor, and he was looking forward to a huge gap between first sergeants as well. So he had some work to do right up on the front end, and he had to implement some systems. Some that were initially painful for all of us, by the way, but would in the end really pay off, right? You know, I will tell you the things that he has done, the hours that he had put in has saved all of y'all countless time, and has ensured the fact that you can get to the competitions and really do your job. And, you know, many of y'all do know, some of you might not, that I would have to go back and kick Matt out of the office at night. He's very much a perfectionist by nature. He would tell you he's not, but I think he is, you know. But really, he put those hours in through a sense that he owed the people around him the very best. He learned lethality with ITG. It was a cog in the wheel he was unfamiliar with, and we told him, hey, you really got to go kind of get after this a little bit. And, you know, Jonah, you're going to get to feel this pain. He got to draft the quarterly lethality reports, right? Really, you know, kind of a big thing. A lot of folks don't realize that these go out to the senior leaders in TRADOC and the Army, and really shows, you know, what the Army, you know, and the Army Marksmanship Unit is doing for lethality. We put him over the S1, and I think both Mr. Silva and Ms. Hill would agree that, you know, Matt brought care to both the soldiers and their statistics, but to the S1 office as well, right? Really cares about the people that works for him. He's been an involved leader throughout his time here. always with an open door to the soldiers. And I believe you all know you will get candid feedback from Matt Rawlings. On the flip side of the coin, I will tell you that he is an extremely passionate advocate for everybody in this unit. So on the side, he mentored shooters. I don't know if he knows that what the rest of us know he did that, but we do. And I think, the shooters, specifically the international shooters out there, really know that you could seek out advice from Matt Rawlings. He kept Glenn Sulzer busy down in the basement, I'll tell you that. So Matt has ideas, shooters like ideas. Glenn takes Matt's prototypes and then he makes some dreams come true down there, right? So it's really funny, when you see it come full circle and the passion that is there, it's not just for the individuals, it's for what we do as well. So I think, I haven't told anybody right now anything they really didn't know. But I did want to, kind of open one little door into the passion of Matt Rawlings. So I spent a lot of nights with him, drinking cups of coffee, and to a degree, we spent some time on the range. We were shooting partners as well. And I think you can learn a lot about a man, drinking a coffee with him, or if they're your pair firing partner, on a range. So Matt's extremely passionate about the Army, really about its people. And our late night conversations, although they often started with, a dose of international shooting history, a subject we both like, or, talking about old friends and shooters that we hadn't seen in years, it always circled back to the same topic, the soldiers and the civilians of the AMU. Matt would discuss your development, your passions, your work ethic, and how the Army had provided him, a window to see that, but also had given him additional passions while he was here, originally as a soldier. And he really wanted to make sure everybody here had that same opportunity. As your passions change and you push, he wanted to open windows and doors and really assist folks. Matt would discuss families, their goals and challenges, and he would discuss his family too, I will tell you, one of the greatest things for me over the last year is really watching that smile grow as he talked, about his wife and his daughter and what it was like to be a new father. A little bit of pride would beam off of him, and I really know that a solid family foundation, has given him what he would need, as he moves on as a leader. So, he's not gone, but I do think we owe him a lot. On the flip side of the coin, so we got Jonah Mills coming in. So I'll tell you, Jonah and Matt got the probably the biggest, longest handover I've ever seen in the Army in 20 plus years. And I think it was for a lot of good reasons, right? So Jonah on the front end, we say welcome aboard, we've been here a while, to you and your family. As a unit, we're excited to have you here. We have a lot of candidates come through for this position of HHD Commander. And what's unique about that position in the Army is they go through the same files and processes that the shooters go through too, right? So everything y'all have ever done on a psych eval or anything else, the HHD commanders, they go through it too. And what I find very interesting is you can find where people's passions are, and how they write and what they want to do. And Jonah, he really leaned forward into the, hey, I want leadership. I want to do something unique and different in the Army. I want to take care of people. So when Matt came in, I told him, hey, the rent's due every day, right? I mean, that's the bottom line. It really is. Take care of soldiers, focus on the mission. That really hasn't changed a whole lot, although I tell you the rent's pretty high now, I mean, Matt set a bar that we all know that you will be able to take and move forward and just do amazing things with. And we really look forward to you pushing that bar a little bit higher here at the Home of Champions. So with that, welcome aboard again. Matt, come on up, man. You're going to have a long one too, I'm sure. So, and with that, we'll go ahead and introduce Matt. Come on up, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. Lieutenant Colonel Andreessen, Command Sergeant Major for family, friends, soldiers, and civilians of the AMU. Thank you for attending today's ceremony as I say farewell to a phenomenal group. and help you welcome a new addition to the AME family. Capt Mills, his wife Julia, daughters Lucy and Adeline. As I reflect on my time here, I'm greatly humbled by the opportunity to serve with you all once again, and filled with a lot of gratitude that I would like to take time to mention. First, I would like to thank Mr. Allward for asking me if I would be considered this position, and Colonel Lawrence and Andresen for taking a chance on the aviator. Thank you. Colonel Andresen, my assigned big brother, and Sergeant Major Ford, my assigned big brother's best friend. You have taken me under your wing, provided me guidance, and trusted me to execute the roles to the best of my ability. When I was off course, you took time to mentor and guide me in the right direction. Through it all, I hope I never failed you or the people we serve. As our command team, you both led from the front, set the example, and most of all, you cared for each and every one of us. For that, I couldn't have asked for a better team to work. Thank you. To my immediate team, Mr. Silva, Ms. Hill, First Sergeant Baker, First Sergeant Preston, Jeff, Josh, and Kate. Thank you for putting up with me and bearing through some of my crazy ideas in hopes to increase efficiencies throughout the unit. You have proven that we not only excel on the range, but also set the standard throughout the brigade in administrative actions, med-pros, and mandatory training, just to name a few. I'm immensely proud of what we've accomplished and thankful for the commitment of your commitment to this unit. To the civilians and staff, you are the unsung heroes of this unit's great success. From gunsmithing, administrative actions, planning, operations, maintenance, budgeting, and supply, your passion for taking care of soldiers is apparent and is shown every day. Thank you for mentoring and teaching me your unique skills that make this unit run so efficiently. I have absolutely enjoyed working with every one of you. To the soldiers, what an extraordinary group you are. Since my return a year and a half ago, you trained over 2,000 individuals throughout the Department of Defense, increased lethality by 41%, served as subject matter experts for the Army's Next Generation Weapon System, amassed 374 medals at national and international competitions, and earned 154 national and international titles, set 9 records. 7 of you represented the Army and nation in the biggest sporting event in the world, the Olympic and Paralympic Games. But most of all, you have shown that there is no limit to what can be accomplished through hard work, dedication, and a deep passion for your trade. As you continue to strive for excellence, I can encourage you to also enjoy your time and friendships you have built here. Because at some point today, tomorrow, or 20 years from now, this chapter of your life will be over. And recognizing that time is one of the most precious things that cannot be bought or rewound. Train your hardest every day and never allow the doubt of, did I do enough, be a thought. Carry this mentality through life, and I can guarantee you that you will achieve extraordinary results. Jonah. These individuals I have mentioned are the best in the nation at the world at what they do. They are the best gift the Army has. Do everything you can to provide and ensure that they have everything they can be to be successful, and I have no doubt they will do the same for you. Most of all, take time to learn from them as you all continue to accomplish incredible feats. Finally, none of this would be possible without the loving support of my parents, in-laws, and most of all, my beautiful wife, Michelle. What a whirlwind of events it has been. You have endured a PCS move during the height of COVID, a month without household goods, sleeping on an air mattress while you're 6 to 7 months pregnant, and putting up with me spending long hours at the office, while you took care of everything at home. Although we were faced with a lot of challenges, the best memory I've had of our time here was when we welcomed our beautiful daughter to the world. Mickey, you are a rock, and I'm thankful for what you do for us. And although I cannot guarantee the rest of our time in the Army will be any easier, I am grateful to have you both by my side. I love you both very much. And Mickey, happy early birthday. When I rejoined this great unit 19 months ago, I had one distinct goal: to make a positive and lasting difference in you, the unit, the Army, and our great nation. As I depart, I hope I made that difference. As I close this chapter, I wish you all good luck in your future quests, and most of all, thank you for an incredible opportunity that I will forever cherish. Soldiers first and always, winning matters, home of champions.
Hey everyone, thank you for being here. I'm really grateful for your time. I know that we've been here for a little bit, but I just want to thank everyone for taking time out of their day. Colonel Andreessen and Sergeant Major, thank you for the opportunity. Since our first conversation, my excitement has only built. I feel a little bit out of place here because I'm not a shooter, but I know that me and First Sergeant have a lot to bring to the table coming from ForceCom, and I'm just excited that you guys took a shot on me and let me be here for this job. Matt, thank you for just helping me. You've answered every question. You've answered questions I haven't even asked. You've gone above and beyond to help me be successful. And like everyone said, I can just see your passion for everyone here. And you've done more than enough to make sure that this transition goes successfully. First Sergeant, I'm already excited for our times together. I hope we get our own offices soon, because I think I'm driving you crazy already, but I couldn't ask for a better battle buddy to do this. Julia, I want to thank you for being here. You've been there since I commissioned. You've been there every step of the way. You gave me 2 beautiful children, and hopefully a lot more, God willing. I know that this is a big burden for you as well, and I'm just really thankful to have you with me. Dad, thank you so much for being here. I know it was a long trip, but you shaped me to be the man that I am, and you're my example, so thank you for your service. Thank you for setting the example for us to follow. And Micah, you've always been my next door neighbor. We were in the same company at one point, and you've always been there for me, so thank you for being there for my family, and I look forward to the time we have left at Fort Benning. My NCOs that have mentored me, Captain Reasonover was one of my company commanders. Thank you all for being here. You guys have poured a lot into me, and that's why I wanted you to be here, and I'm just really grateful for leaders like you. To all the soldiers, NCOs, civilians at the AMU, thank you for the opportunity to be your company commander. I know that y'all have way more to teach me than I will help teach you, and I really just look forward to serving you guys every day. Y'all are the best group of NCOs and soldiers I've ever met, and you guys are 10 steps ahead of me, so I hope that at some point over the next year or 2 years I can catch up and get to the level that this position deserves. And I just thank you all again, and that's all. Thanks.